Imagine your car doing the driving while you nap, then coming home to power your house. That is the dream Tesla sells. They build electric cars and trucks, the software that tries to drive them, and big batteries that store power. They sell straight to regular drivers, and they battle with a giant Chinese maker and with Ford. Under the hood, Tesla leans on battery partners like Panasonic and a huge Chinese battery supplier, and on chip makers. Their world is shaped by government rules that support clean cars, and by interest rates that make car loans cheaper or pricier.
Snacks ready? Woof! Buckle up! Title card time! Zoom!
I am Bruno. I think stocks go up. I always think stocks go up.
I am Mara. I think Bruno is wrong. I am usually right.
I am Nia. I read the numbers so you don't have to.
Hi, I'm Eli. I know what regular people are actually buying. Spoiler, it's not always smart.
I am Grant. If it pays me every quarter, I am interested. If not, I am golfing.
I am Professor Mira. I explain why the big picture matters. It always matters.
I am Q7. I do not guess. I calculate.
I am Walter. I am old enough to know this has all happened before.
And I'm Sunny. I make sure none of that goes over your head. You are welcome. Fast fetch. In after-hours trading, the stock dipped a tiny bit, about 0.3%. So Wall Street is doing the slow head tilt, not a full bark.
The headline is spending. Next year, Tesla plans the factory frenzy. Over $25 billion to build 6 factories, more computer power for artificial intelligence, robotaxis, robots, and even chip and solar stuff. They also lit the AI boost, turning on a new training supercomputer and pushing their next custom chips to make learning cheaper.
And they claim the Cybercab kickoff, starting production of a dedicated robotaxi in Texas, and the robotaxi rollout. Paid rides in Dallas and Houston, with a map of new cities on deck.
That is a lot of shiny buttons. Let's dogpile the 2 big ones, Factory Frenzy and Robotaxi Rollout. Then speedrun the rest.
6 factories is 6 pizza ovens. More slices, faster, cheaper per slice. The Factory Frenzy says Tesla is building muscle. You spread the dough across cars, robots, and taxis, and your costs per thing fall.
Or you build 6 pizza ovens with no line out the door. Factory frenzy is gutsy, Bruno. But if the robotaxi rollout gets stuck on city rules, those ovens bake air.
Mara, permits move when money talks. Rides make money every minute. And the AI boost means their brain learns faster, so the taxis get safer, quicker.
Safer quicker is not a deadline. There is no clear rulebook yet for unsupervised cars outside Texas. No targets per mile, no promised earnings per ride. If that stalls, 2026 becomes the year they shove dollars into a pit.
Eli, quick math check. If Robotaxi rollout slows, what happens to the money?
Direct answer. If robotaxis expand to more cities fast, factory frenzy pays off, because every new city takes more cars and software, and money per ride stacks like Lego bricks. If cities say no or slow, you still pay for factories and training computers now, but the ride money shows up later.
If borrowing stays high, car buyers pause, which makes the car side soft while robotaxi ramps. Also, a massive Chinese car maker is sprinting overseas with low-cost electric cars. The Financial Times and others keep flagging that push. Pressure means Tesla might cut prices, which squishes how much money they keep on each car.
So you pivot. Full self-driving subscriptions turn cars into vending machines for software. $10 here, $100 there, forever. If the AI boost cuts training costs, the software side fattens up.
You are stacking maybes. People pay monthly only if the system truly drives itself, safely, in more places. Right now, the robotaxi rollout is just Texas. Texas is not the planet.
Texas is the start line, not the finish. The Cybercab kickoff shows they are building the special car already. Early cities teach the brain, then it clones the skill.
And the robot pivot matters. They stopped fancy models to turn the Fremont plant into a robot line, aiming at around 1 million robots a year by design, plus a second robot factory in Texas. If those robots lift boxes and do real work, factories outside Tesla will pay up.
Or those robots sit like unsold action figures if companies do not trust them. No price, no signed buyers. Big claim, small proof.
So it is like promising the world's best frisbee without letting me fetch it.
Zooming out, the chip forge, bringing some chip making in-house, reduces a giant headache. If they make more of their own chips with their space cousins' help, They dodge shortages and maybe lower costs.
You mean they spend even more? Great if it works, pain if it drifts.
Look, competition is real, but software plus scale is a tornado. A Reuters piece just said inflation perked up again, sure, but that also pressures old gas car makers who live on parts and oil changes. Tesla sells simple cars with fewer parts and more code.
Reuters talked about higher inflation making stuff pricier. That hurts everyone, including chips and steel.
Quick tail wag, if you want the math and the maps behind this, our free newsletter lays it out with pictures. Link below. It is like this show, but with receipts you can show your cousin. Price check. Last close was $387.51. It is sitting a bit above its short-term average from the last 20 days. There is a ceiling near 400.
Translation for chart newbies, it is jogging slightly uphill, but the fence at 400 is still tall. If it hops that fence, traders may chase. If it bonks its head there again, some might bail.
So it is sniffing the cookie jar, but the lid is tight.
If Robotaxi expands beyond Texas, that 400 lid pops.
If the rollout fumbles or a headline spooks people, that lid gets heavier.
Here is the simple path. Most likely, we get a bumpy road. If Robotaxi rollout jumps from a few Texas cities to a handful more this year, and the AI boost cuts the cost of teaching the cars to drive, the story gets stronger, and Factory Frenzy looks smart. If city rules slow the spread, the cash burn keeps sizzling while the ride money waits, and people will grumble. Also, with what Reuters reported about inflation perking up, costs could stay sticky, which means less wiggle room to cut car prices. My dog-nose take, near-term neutral, with big upside or downside tied to those permits and proofs.
I'm here for the Cybercab kickoff and the Factory Frenzy. More ovens, more pizza, more party.
I'm here for receipts. Show me Robotaxi rollout beyond Texas. Clear money per mile, and fewer press releases, more rides.
Do not sleep on the robot pivot. If those factory robots work, it is a whole new customer set. And the chip forge could lock in the brain supply.
The Sunny Panels move brings solar in-house. The Mega Plug plan grows, charging for big trucks. The Japan Double Up expands shops and chargers. The battery ramp-up pushes iron-based cells and materials. And the Global Trim Tour takes cheaper car versions to more places.
We only scratched the paint. For the full debate, we wrangle all 9 analysts in one arena. No leashes, lots of charts. Link in the description. If you want the whole bone, go fetch!